Good evening. I'm WSA 9 Weather Watch meteorologist Topper Shutt. We have declared a weather watch for Friday, for tomorrow. And when we do that, we talk about why we're doing it and what's headed our way. So here's the radar past couple of hours. Couple things to point out here. Rain down toward Raleigh and Charlotte. Some thunderstorms moving just north of Atlanta, then kind of dying out as they move into North Georgia. And then some more thunderstorms out toward St. Louis. And these are pretty hefty. So we're going to kind of have all this moisture converge on us as we go through the next 24 to almost 30 hours in terms of getting everything out of here. So we'll zoom out here. This is interesting because some of the models, and I'll show you Futurecast in a second, some of the models still are hanging on the chance of a thunderstorm here tomorrow night, like 8, 9, 10 o'clock at night when it gets super mild before the front goes through. During the day, though, we want you to plan on a cold, wet March rain during the day. So they've died down a little bit across portions of Missouri, but they're still pretty hefty. And I'll tell you what, we show you some big thunderstorms down to the south, down toward Route 40. You go far enough out Route 40, and you've got some big storms, especially down. Let's see, we'll try to get you down to some of these briefly. So we're looking at some big storms, Oklahoma. And back into, right around I-40. Look at that, Oklahoma. Look at these. These are massive storms. Look at that. Now, we're not looking at anything severe with us, but we can still hear the rumble of thunder tomorrow. But these could be severe down through just south of 40, just around Oklahoma City, both to the southwest and well down south into Texas. Those are pretty hefty storms. No doubt about that. And these are all just kind of train off to the north and the east. So you can hear the rumble of thunder through Arkansas tonight. No doubt about that. All right, so let's talk about rainfall closer to us. Now, this is all light activity. So you have plenty of time right now to go outside and take a walk. And it's really not that cold. In fact, temperatures generally going to be in the 40s tonight. So not crazy cold for the walk after dinner. But get the dog towels ready because you're going to need them. You're going to need all kinds of help tomorrow. So let's talk about a weather watch alert when we do it. So we do it if we have life-threatening weather and or more of a nuisance. You may have to change your plans, and or a dynamic situation should have to check back with us and, because it changes frequently. So in this case, it's going to satisfy 2 and 3, but it doesn't have to always be life-threatening weather. And, we're going to go from 67 today to rain and 40, 42 tomorrow during the day. That's a big change. So, and Friday is a big day. Friday night plans will be impacted too, because if you're going to go out Friday night, you still need to have a coat and an umbrella, even up until about 11 o'clock at night. So, the threats, essentially just rain. I mean, that's going to be the highest threat. A mix will keep low, and I'll show you some of the Futurecast models still trying to hang on to a little mix north and west of town. Don't buy it completely. Don't see snow as a threat. And damaging winds, well, we'll keep them on the table. They could gust 20, 25 miles per hour here in the metro, could gust over 30 in the bay. And we're looking at a gale watch for parts of the bay, small craft advisory for the rest of the bay. And the western side of the bay, there's a coastal flood watch. When we get easterly winds, the water just kind of builds up on the west side of the bay. That will more than likely happen tomorrow. So let's go through the headlines, the highlights, if you will. So we have a weather watch for all of Friday. Rain, showers, chilly. I keep needing to change this to cold. I'm going to call it cold tomorrow from 67 to 40-ish. That's a big change. Returning partly cloudy on Saturday and blustery. A pretty good day. I mean, probably too windy for pickleball, a little too cold and windy for golf for my taste, but you could play. But the better of the weekend days will be Sunday. Same amount of sunshine, in fact, probably more sunshine and less wind, and temps the same, upper 50s. So there you go. All right, so the weekend forecast, we got a blustery day on Saturday. Some models hanging on to a few clouds early on, so skies will return partly cloudy. But then Sunday, mostly sunny. Now, notice the low temperature on Saturday night is 38, which means Sunday morning, we're looking at temperatures upper 20s, low 30s in the burbs. To start Sunday. So Sunday starts out cold, but ends up very nice. If you're trying to play golf Sunday morning, you might have a frost delay. Okay, 10 o'clock tonight on Futurecast. Well, this is what I mean. You can take a little walk after dinner, no problem. Still some breaks in the clouds. Temperatures in the 40s, 47 downtown, 44 in Hagerstown, 43 in Cumberland. Temperatures pretty uniform. Notice the winds, though, are from the north. It's going to drive slightly colder and drier air into the metro overnight. By 6 a.m., this particular model's backed off on the northward progression of the rain a little bit. So it's still southwest of Culpeper, and that's 6 o'clock in the morning, but it hauls to the north and east. By 9 o'clock, it's just about everywhere. And yes, this model still hasn't come to its senses. It did for a while, but this latest run, this is about an hour old, has got snow again back toward Martinsburg and Frederick. I just don't see that. This is just, there's just not that much cold air to the north of us. It's not a very strong high pressure. If it were a stronger high pressure, it would drive down colder and drier air. Yeah, we could get some snow, but don't see that. And the storm itself is tracking like over Detroit. And that is a horrible storm track for us if you want snow. It's got to go south and east of us. So by noon, now it's trying to produce some more snow near Westminster. Don't see that. And then temperature still upper 30s, low 40s. I mean, it's just kind of a miserable day. Kind of break out into showers by evening, so not the intense rain during the morning hours. But then, check this out. Look at the red around Leesburg and the orange around Hagerstown. These are at the very least heavy downpours, but now notice the winds are screaming from the southeast. And look at the temps, they're going up. 51 now, and that's at 7:30 on Friday. Look what happens. By 10 o'clock, it's 64 downtown and 60 in Gaithersburg. So the high temperature on Friday technically will be whatever it is before midnight, but dress for the 30s and low 40s tomorrow because it's going to be a cold day. Don't bank on just 1 hour of mild weather. And notice at 10 o'clock, it's still raining, perhaps like crazy. So if you're going out Friday night, an umbrella. Try to find a good parking spot near the movie theater or the restaurant. By 3:30 in the morning on Saturday, you should be home. Now we've left with just some clouds, but all the rain is gone, at least with that model. Go to the GFS model. Pretty similar. Showers still west and south of Culpeper early on Friday, but then boom, by noon, it's everywhere. And this does have a mix, but notice it's confining the snow essentially to Hagerstown and points north, and that might even be a little aggressive. More rain by 6:30. So, again, both commutes are wet. And then by 7:30 in the morning on Saturday, it still has a little bit of rain. So this is just a little bit slower in moving out the rain and the showers. Either way, we'll end up with a blustery Saturday, and by the time you get up Saturday, you can still do stuff outdoors. And yes, this is good news. Ski resorts west of the Divide will have snow showers as we get into late Friday night and Saturday morning. By evening, or 4 o'clock, 4:30 on Saturday, pretty strong northwest winds, but lots of sunshine. But again, blustery. Those 50s won't feel as 50s. Okay. This is the GFS model. Same model I just showed you, but we widen this out. So this is 7 o'clock in the morning. There's the rain south of Culpeper. There's the storm. I mean, it's out western, Kentucky, southeastern Missouri. I mean, if we want a storm to bring us snow, it's got to go like that. And this storm is going whoosh, like that. Never seen anything like it. I mean, this storm track all winter has been pretty consistent, and it's been way off for us. 4/10 of an inch of snow for us, 3/10 for Philadelphia, 1.5 for Tucson. They've had more snow than we've had, like 3 times the amount of snow. Okay, 11 o'clock in the morning, there's the rain across the metro. There's a little bit of a mix. Showed that on the other model, close in view. But I'm widening this out to show you a monster snow for the Hudson River Valley. Like Albany could get 10 to 20 inches with this storm. And even central and northern Vermont could get, 5 to 10 inches from this storm. Look at the heavy snow. See the darker shades of blue there? That's heavy, heavy snow. And that's north of Boston, certainly north of the Turnpike. And there's the storm. Now, it recenters itself off the coast. It will become a nor'easter for them. Doesn't do us any good. In fact, by the time that happens, it just spreads colder, drier air into our area for the weekend. So that is Saturday morning. And again, it's a little slower clearing us out, but eventually it will clear us out. And we'll end up with a blustery, okay day on Saturday. Not too bad. All right, rainfall, how much? I think the NAM's a little low, under ½ an inch. The rest of the models are around 3/4 of an inch to an inch, and I like that. I think if we see some of those heavy downpours I showed you on Futurecast in the red, you're going to get an inch of rain. But I think we can all bank on 3/4 of an inch of rain, looks like to me. So we talked about the threats, which is primarily rain. So what are the impacts? Well, we need to glue our umbrella to our hand tomorrow. Wet commutes, AM and PM. Power outages will keep on the table as an impact. I mean, a slight chance, just a slight chance, because winds will gust maybe 20, maybe 25 here. Ironically enough, we'll have stronger winds on Saturday than we will on Friday behind the storm. Now, here's that different model. NAM, that's North American model. It was not so bullish on the rainfall. So 6:30, it's got rain south of Culpeper. Those are all pretty similar. And then it brings rain northward by 10 o'clock. Winds now the east by 1 o'clock. Look at these temperatures in the 30s, but it's all rain. I do like that part of this particular model. And by 3 o'clock, still rain across the board. So I think some after-school activities outdoors may be canceled tomorrow with all this rain and just kind of a cold rain at that. This, too, is also trying to hint at kind of a strong convergence here of the winds and maybe a little instability and maybe some thunderstorms 9, 10 o'clock Friday night before the cold front sweeps through and begins to clear us out. Temperature trend. Well, there's our 50s over the weekend. Look what happens, though. Low to mid-60s next Monday, Tuesday. It will get a little colder, though. Wednesday, we're back in the low mid-50s, around 50 Thursday. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we struggle to get to 50 on Sunday, only in the 40s on Friday and Saturday. And if that were the case, that will keep the cherry blossoms at bay for a little bit of time. So that's good. All right. Weather watch alert for tomorrow, cold rain, breezy, cool on Saturday, maybe even windy and cool on Saturday. And then Sunday, pleasant. Probably the better of the 2 weekend days because there will be less wind. Monday, increasing clouds, but a great day. Maybe a shower Monday night, early Tuesday. Don't plan around that on Tuesday. 65. Sunshine comes back in the afternoon. And then low 50s, breezy on Wednesday, and 50, chilly, almost cold on Thursday. So again, weather watch alert for all of Friday. Life-threatening, no, but get your umbrella and your winter coat out. We'll have new model data for you tonight at 7 and 11.